All right, guys, big gold sales today, as you can see in the title. 200 pip sales in about an hour and a half. Pretty significant move. And let's get right into how I caught this trade. So all of my analysis starts from higher time frames, top down. If we look at the hourly. Rather, this is last week's consolidation marked up in blue. It took about 3 days for price to break out of here. After she broke up, it came all the way back down on Friday. Right, so this is mainly what we want to focus on. That price made a new low on Friday, and this 4-hour consolidation extended to the right are the two major points here, right? So we had a new low indicated momentum shift, right? That's this closure here on the daily. I'll pull it up on the 4-hour. This closure down here is the momentum shift, and the daily rejection are these two candles, 1 and 2, right? This big fat one is Friday's candle. This short one is Monday's. This higher one that tried to make a new high, that's Tuesday's. Monday, Tuesday. But what's special about Tuesday's candle is not only did she try to make a new high, but came all the way back down, but rejected the same zone, that same consolidation zone that we have marked up in blue here from Friday. I call it a little neckline for this example. Let's say this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and then this is the right shoulder of a head and shoulders pattern, right? Which is usually indicates a reversal. The daily candle closed below the 50 EMA on the daily, Friday's low, and this little trend line, this 18-day trend line. There's 3 confirmations here, right? So not only was there a new low from Friday, but Tuesday broke Friday's low, rejected last week's consolidation, and she broke below this trend line. That's 3 confirmations for a sell. So I was asleep for all of this, but when I woke up, I saw this pullback. I saw this green candle off the 4-hour, right? So I waited for the new lows, saw daily rejections confirm the change in trend, then I entered with that trend after the pullback. The pullback is this green 4-hour candle. Before I entered, I had took a glance at the daily, and I saw, well, we already closed below the EMA. We rejected Tuesday again. I'm not going to buy into 3 red daily candles like that, especially with 2 huge wicks from the previous days. So on the 4-hour, instinct just said sell, especially because of the second trend line that was broken. And I went to the 15-minute, and this is where I really saw the perfect entry. Right, so I have the stochastic here. The stochastic is one of my favorite indicators to time the market. Helps you predict when price is overbought and oversold. And if you look right when I entered at this high here, which is also a rejection of the 50 EMA on the 50, right? Again, more confirmation confirming a downtrend. I saw that tweezer top pattern that I recognized. Those 2 red candles up here is a tweezer top, if you know your candlesticks. And at that same moment, the stochastic was also saying oversold, or overbought rather, indicating a sell. At that, I had like 4 or 5 confirmations, starting from the weekly all the way down. And I always ask people, how many confirmations do you need? What more do you need to take your trade? So I took my trade, put a 30 pip stop loss above the high, and I let it run. And the way I targeted my exit, now we have to go back to the daily. I like to mark up daily zones by starting at the bottom of the body down to the bottom of the wick. This is where the liquidity was last time, where the buyers ate up the sellers so quickly. Now, if I extend this over to the right, this must be an area of interest if price were to come back here. Except this time, when price came down, she stayed, right? So the TP was literally right at the bottom of that wick. I didn't have a TP, but that's where like my psychological TP was, because that's where I thought the trade would end, or buyers would start to enter the market. And I got out right before that. So I know I said 200 pips, but it was like 192. And yeah, so that's pretty much how I caught my trade. Waited for the break of structure. So again, the new low indicated a momentum shift. The daily rejection confirmed the change in trend, and I entered with that trend after the pullback off the 4-hour. So 3 confirmations, a couple of indicators, but it's mainly just waiting for closures below the low, mainly price action, and then just being patient for a pullback. If you're having any troubles with gold, just cut your lots in half and up your time frames. I've been running myself into a wall trying to catch every single move with gold, but like, look at this, like it's impossible to catch all of this. Even on the 4-hour, like you're not going to catch every single candle, but if you just wait for that one break of structure, wait for that rejection, one trade here would have took you to the promised land, right? Could have got out right at the 50 EMA, right? We're going from structure break, we're going from level to level, and we're just waiting for breaks of structure. So I hope that helps, and I hope I have more coming soon.